Hello, welcome back to the boat shop. Today is the 11th of December 2024 and it's a chilly one out there. Single digits today, maybe a high of 10, something like that. Oh, you don't want to go out there, do you? It's really cold. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, it's chilly out there. So we'll give you just a real quick update. Little John was out again yesterday and did a little work out here. He put those little trim pieces on the back. We were just about 2 or 3 inches short of having 16 feet fit back there, so he cut a couple strips of plywood and glued them in there. Other than that, or with that done now, the second layer is completely done across the entire boat. And need to do a little trimming yet with the router, but I thought, well, let's wait until that glue is set up on those back there, and we'll finish trimming with the router that whole thing back there. And then up here, I've started on the foredeck. I think it was Sunday when John was here also on Sunday, and we put 2 sheets on, and then yesterday I got a sheet on there. There's going to be about a half sheet that goes on back there. I'll get that put on today. So here in the next 3 weeks, I suppose, something like that, I'll have the 3rd layer on, and then we'll be able to move on to other things, which will be kind of nice, won't it, Quiddy? Yeah, what do you think? Yeah. So yeah, but we're still doing pretty much the same thing. John also did a little work in here, scraping glue the other day, from between that first layer of plywood that went on in the deck beams, so we can get some trim work put up in there to put an overhead in at some point. But and there's trouble and Quiddy. Yeah. But that's where we are. Yeah, I don't know if I have a whole lot else to add to that. Like I said, it's a lot of the same old stuff. And working back there is just miserable because you're crawling on your side and on your stomach, and kind of sometimes feel like I'm in the military getting combat training, crawling on my belly, barbed wire over my back, and yeah, that's about what it's like working back there. But it's getting there. This has turned out to be maybe one of the worst jobs. I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal, but and it wouldn't have been had we had 6 or 7 feet above us to work. It wouldn't have been that big a deal. But and I knew it was going to be a little problematic when I designed the building to for the boat to fit in the building. I knew it was going to be a little bit problematic, that it wasn't going to be as high as what I'd really like it to be. But that was a compromise, kind of like boats are. With if you build the building taller, then it's going to need to be a lot stronger, larger structural members to support it, to hold it up. And the amount of wind we get here, these buildings I think were designed for 85-mile-an-hour winds. The engineers that designed these. And yeah, we get that plus, on a fairly frequent basis. I would say we get 80-mile-an-hour winds probably at least every year at some point. So yeah, it was a compromise. I knew it was going to be. This stuff in here is easy because you got 4 feet of overhead here, but when you get to the ends of the boat, it's just miserable. But other than that, like I said, I don't have a whole lot else to report. I've been thinking about pulling my portholes out and starting to work on those, getting those laid out so we can cut holes up here in this raised shear for portholes. And I was also thinking about getting fiberglass on the keel and getting this joint up here done on the stem. So that way we're ready to start, getting this joint filled and taped here. But yeah, once that's done, then we're, got an open shot basically to to start working on more of the outside of the hull, which is what the rest of this winter is going to basically be. But there are a few things, like I said, other things that we need to do. Look at the port lights, at least the holes cut for them, and get ready for that. A little bit of fiberglassing. I don't know, it may make more sense to wait until weather warms up again for putting fiberglass on, but or at least big parts of it. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, John's been helping out, which helps me. It's nice to have somebody else out here once in a while, and certain things are handy to have a hand when you're doing them, and other times it's just handy to have somebody out here to get you a little more motivated to get something done too. So that's all good. But anyway, like I said, I just don't have a whole lot to report, so I'm going to leave it at that for this week, and I'll let you know again next week how it's going.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Holy cow! Oh.
Was that worth the admission price, Jeff?
If we can find it, it is.